Hey GT Science students, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a pro tip or something to think about today as we move forward in these classes, and that is making sure that you look at point values for different assignments. So you will notice that every graded assignment that I have in our Schoology course will say graded next to it, and it will have a point value. Now I want you to pay special attention to the open-ended prompts and any discussion boards, and those will vary in the amount of points that are allotted for them. So sometimes you may see a discussion board that you need to post a response to that says graded, and then in parentheses it says 5 points. And then sometimes you may see something that says graded and it says 20 points. So be sure that you always look at those point values, because that gives you an indication as to what I expect for the level of content that you, or effort that you put into each of these. I don't like to assign a number of sentences. It seems very random and arbitrary. But what I like to do is, if I would like a little more out of you, it's just an assignment that's worth more. Just like in your language arts class, if you're asked to write a quick response, and it's a 5-point assignment versus a 50-point paper, something like that. Obviously in language arts, sometimes they do give you some actual word counts or number of sentences or things like that. Occasionally in longer research papers, or maybe like I did in your biography, I may give you a minimum word count, but for these open-ended responses, and again, this especially applies to discussion boards, please pay attention to those point values, because that gives you a good indication of what the level of expectation is. And so a typical discussion post might be worth around 10 points, in which a lot of times you write maybe a paragraph, and then you write 4 or 5 sentences in each of your responses to classmates. If it's a 20-point discussion post, and I don't think I usually have any discussion posts that are greater than 20 points, but if it's a 20-point discussion post, that is something that I'm looking for a much deeper thought process from you. I'm looking for more explanation, more details in your answer. But in general, just think of that as far as all assignments go. But things like tests and quizzes, you're not going to have to think about it quite as much, because it just kind of is done for you. Anything open-ended, the point values give you an indication of, oh, this is a quick assignment, or this is a much more detailed assignment. And also looking at those time estimates should give you an indication as you start to get a feel for how long you spend for things. If you see that I estimate more time for it and it's a higher point value, those would be kind of a double indicator that, hey, I need to put some more effort into this. If I write 3 or 4 sentences, that's not going to meet the expectations for the class. So just something to be aware of from this point moving forward. If you have questions on any of this, please feel free to email me. As always, have a great day.